FM Firth, 93.7 The Ticket. Coming at you live from the heart of Lincoln, America. Step into the world of gymnastics with Nebraska women's gymnast and Canadian world team member Emma Spence.
She got a bronze in the all-arounder, bronze on beam. And who knows if she'll get another medal. But that was a very confident performance.
This is Beyond the Routine with Spence.
Hitting all her handstands, connecting all her release moves, and landing that dismount. That's Emma Spence for you.
Sponsored by the Teammates Mentoring Program. Here is your host, Emma Spence.
Hello, everybody. Welcome to Beyond the Routine with Spence. I'm your host, Emma Spence, and my special guest here tonight is one of my Nebraska teammates, Lauren Homosillo.
Hey, guys.
Welcome to the show. So, Lauren, like I said, is a Nebraska gymnast. She's actually a homegrown Husker. She's from Papillion, Nebraska, and she competes floor and beam for us right now.
Yeah, so as you said, I'm from Papillion, Nebraska. I started gymnastics when I was 3 years old. My parents knew I was going to be short, so they thought that gymnastics would be a great fit. Yeah, being short is good in the sport of gymnastics, so I'm only 4'11", so that really helps. But
I was going to say, how tall are you?
Yeah, 4'11". Yeah, unfortunately, didn't make it to 5 feet. But I started doing gymnastics when I was 3. I tried a couple other sports here and there. I did ice skating.
Oh, yeah. Wait, you were good at ice skating.
I did ice
too,
skating.
right?
I did competitive. Yeah, so I traveled, competed for that.
That's cool.
Which is crazy to think about. But I did that. I did basketball.
Basketball?
Not good for me. Not good for short people. But my dad loves basketball, so I thought I'd give it a try for him. And then I actually did play club volleyball a little bit.
Really?
I played volleyball for my school for about 6 years. Wow. So that's why I love playing volleyball when we do it at the gym.
Yeah.
I danced for a little bit. I did track and field.
Oh, my goodness. You did everything.
Yeah. And then I think starting in high school is when I only did gymnastics. But yeah, I've had a long path to gymnastics, but I've loved having experience in other sports and really finding what I loved about gymnastics that made it stick compared to other things. But I do love volleyball, and I've been around sports my entire life. My mom danced in college. My dad.
Really?
Yeah, she danced. My mom went to Creighton.
Okay.
And she was a dancer there. And then my dad still plays basketball to this day. So sports has been a really big thing in my life. And yeah, gymnastics has taken me amazing places, and I've loved doing it.
That's awesome. Wow, you did a really good job with your intro there. You're kind of doing my job for me. This is great. So you did all of these other sports. Why did you end up choosing gymnastics? What was specific that you were just like, okay, I'm just going to do this and kind of drop everything else?
Yeah, well, I'm trying to think. When I was doing ice skating at the same time, I remember I used to have to wake up and go to practice for ice skating before school, and then I'd go to gymnastics practice after school. And so I remember for ice skating, I just didn't like it because I had to go in the morning. So that was one part. But I actually ended up stopping ice skating because my coach stopped coaching.
Oh, okay.
So that kind of gave me a way out, and then I was purely focusing only on gymnastics. But I just knew my talents in gymnastics were better than a volleyball or basketball talent. So I kind of knew I had a chance to do something great in gymnastics and possibly go to college. So I kind of stuck with that, and my love just grew as I got older. So
How tall were you when you chose just gymnastics? Did you know you're going to be small by the time you stopped doing basketball?
Oh yeah. Well,
okay.
I mean, if you've seen my parents, my mom is 5 foot and my dad is 5'3". So we knew from the start. I thought I was gonna be over 5 foot though.
Yeah.
4'11". It's just
that's okay.
It's unfortunate. It's all right.
It is an advantage in the sport of gymnastics, I would say though.
So if I were to swing on bars, there's no chance of me hitting the low bar.
That's true.
If I'm doing a giant, I'm not gonna hit it.
Yeah.
And I mean, I guess it helps me spin really fast on a double back.
Yeah.
I don't got long legs. I don't got long arms. I'm just a little ball.
Yeah. Well, in the V-up competition we did, we were partners. So
I got
know.
shorter legs. And
Yeah. So this was like last Thursday or last Wednesday maybe. We did like this V-up competition, which I don't know if people know what that is, but it's like you lay on your back and then your hands and feet touch and you go that. And it was Laura and I were partners, and it was the first partner to get to 20 wins. And then if the loser has to do 30. So I start going right beside Lauren, and she's like lapping me. She's going so fast. I was at like I think 13 or 14, and you were at 20, and I'm like, how are you going?
I was like
so
slamming my
fast?
body on the ground because I didn't want to do 10 more.
Yeah.
Which is not that deep. It's only 10. But I was like, I know I can do these really fast.
Yeah.
But
that was impressive.
we used to have be like competition or like timing in
Uh-huh.
club gymnastics.
Okay.
So it was like part of like a conditioning circuit,
Yeah.
like slamming V-ups. So
Yeah.
I'd always been doing them fast
Got
forever.
your experience in
Yeah.
that. Yeah, that was really funny. So let's talk a little bit about your recruiting process. What was that like? Did you know that you always wanted to stay close to home, or did you look at other options too?
Yeah, so I actually didn't want to come to Nebraska because I wanted to go and explore the like world. I didn't want to be here like cuz I was from Nebraska. But after looking other places, and then I reached out to Heather and I came on a visit here, there was just no way to say no. Like
Okay.
I mean, I visited other campuses and they were just like nothing compares to this place. It's beautiful, and all the things they give to us, like life skills, we get free food, we get like there's so many resources given to us that like no other school offered. And
Okay.
so and at the end of my recruiting process, I was like, honestly, I'm excited to be close to home.
Mhm.
Although it's not exactly what I wanted, I'm glad that if something were to happen, I can just head my way
Yeah.
45 minutes the other direction and then I'm there.
Yeah.
But honestly, this year I don't really go home very much. So I've only been home like once since Christmas, which is not
okay.
like
Yeah, I would expect
my parents
more.
come to the meets,
That's
but
true.
I don't really make the drive anymore. So it's kind of like I'm away, I guess, but
Yeah.
definitely not Canada away.
Yeah. Oh, that's so cool. And yeah, I guess because of that, your parents can come to all the home meets, which
Right.
is really
It's
nice.
really nice for that. And they've been able to like decorate the locker room
That's true.
and just be involved in ways that they couldn't if they were far. But I do love that they get to come to my meets, and not just them, but my like aunts, uncles,
That's
cousins
true.
can come too, which is really nice because I have some really young cousins who are like 3, 5, 7, and they love watching the meets and seeing the sparkly Leos.
Yeah.
And just they don't know what gymnastics is, but they love seeing us do like crazy flips, and they're just in awe.
And one thing that I love is lately, the last couple of times we travel, you run into someone you know. Like
oh god,
the last few times at the Omaha airport,
it's so bad.
people are like, "Are you like?" They just go up to you, or like either hug you, or they just get so excited because they know you or your family, and that's cool.
My dad, I think it's him. He knows too many people. That yeah, because I got a text. I was downstairs, still hadn't checked my bag yet, but Katie was in the bathroom and
Mhm.
she texted me and was like, "Your aunt just said that," or like she's like here and she wants to come say hi. And I'm like, I don't know. My aunt is not here. So I was like, what? And it ended up being my aunt's like best friend. So I mean, I still know who it was, but it was funny. Like that was 2 times ago. And then yeah, we're
The
standing.
guy
We're
checking our bag.
We're checking our bags, and this guy, he goes, Lauren Homocello, oh my God, is your dad Pete? And I was like, yes. And he was freaking out. It was so funny because he was yelling.
Yeah.
And then, oh my gosh. And then he was like, I gotta call your dad. And then my dad, I tried calling my dad. He's trying to call my dad. And my dad answers. He's like, I'm with a client. And
Oh my
then
gosh.
I like hang up, and then I don't remember that guy's name, but he called like another salesman, and then he tried to get my dad to talk. It was just a whole thing, but that was hilarious. And I mean, at the first meet too, I saw someone I knew in the airport. But
Really?
it was just as we were
The Omaha
coming.
airport? That's crazy.
But it was just as we were coming in, like they were leaving. So
Yeah.
it wasn't like a whole scene.
Yeah.
But
The last one was quite the scene, but it was so funny.
I bet you we travel to Michigan in 2 weeks, and I bet you there's gonna be somebody I know there because
Yeah.
it's inevitable. Yeah, my dad just knows a lot of people, so they see the last name and they know who I am.
Yeah. That's so awesome. You're like a little celebrity in Omaha too.
Yeah, honestly, around Lincoln though,
Yeah.
if I'm going somewhere, like I will see somebody I know.
That's true.
Like Target,
Yeah.
I have to avoid the place.
Well, where'd you go to high school? Like, how far away was that from
Yeah,
here?
so I went to Papillion La Vista Monarchs, and I mean it's probably like 40 minutes away from here, but a good chunk of the people from my class came to Nebraska. And I
That's so
also went
true.
to a school called Gross Catholic my freshman year. So I went to two different high schools, so I know a lot of people from both of those places.
Yeah.
And just like I know a lot of my gymnastics friends from club, they also go to
True.
Nebraska. So it's just like a whole big community, and that means I see somebody I know wherever I'm at. Like
Yeah.
it's insane. And I just feel like from class to people I meet, and they're everywhere. Or
And I'm sure like people you meet in class, even if you don't know them, they know someone you know.
yes, that actually
Yeah.
happens. I'll like see someone like a mutual friend, and I'll
Mhm.
like just sit with them because I know a friend of them.
Yeah.
It just the circle keeps growing.
That's pretty
And
cool though.
it'll be cool, like connections wise
Yeah.
in the future. Like when we're in the real world and finding jobs, like I do have a big group of people I know.
Yeah,
but-
especially if you do stay here after too.
Oh my gosh, yeah.
You'll have resources literally everywhere.
So many
Connections
people.
everywhere.
Yeah. I love it though. I'm a social person. I love to talk. So, I mean, that's on my doing. I like to make connections. So,
Yeah,
Yeah.
that's really cool. Because when I came here, I literally knew no one. I
Yeah.
knew the coaches. I kind of knew Genesis.
right. From international competitions.
From international competition.
Yeah.
That was it. And I knew Yanni.
Or yes, Canada.
Yeah, that was
But-
it. I didn't know anybody.
Yeah,
It was-
that's insane.
it
Like
was
there's
crazy.
every single class that I'm in, I know somebody,
Wow.
which is insane, which is not something normal.
No,
Like
but that's
everyone
cool.
else experiences on
Yeah.
the team.
that must be like comforting too.
Yeah.
Going to class, like you don't know the teachers or anything, but it's like, oh, at least this person's here.
Right. It is a little stressful at some points though, because like one of my classes I'm in right now, like I have friends from like the athletic department, but I have people from like my club gymnastics days. I have people from the first high school I went to, and I have people from the second high school I went to. I'm like, it's a little overwhelming,
That's
but
true.
it's all right.
Choosing who to sit with. Don't want to hurt
Right,
people's
yes,
feelings.
especially when we have group projects. It's like,
Right. That's true.
who do I choose?
I
Yeah.
hadn't even thought of that. So, how would you describe competing in the state that you grew up in? Like, what's
Yeah.
it like being in Nebraska competing at Bob Devaney in front of everyone? Probably a lot of people you know.
Right.
And just representing your state.
Yeah, it's awesome. So, I mean, I actually grew up. We had like state competitions like
Okay.
at the end of the year. They were always at Devaney.
Oh, cool.
So I've actually had experience competing there before I came to college, which is cool, and not many people besides like Hallie have experience doing. So it is comforting, like knowing I've already been here. Like literally, I started competing there when I was like 5.
That's insane.
Like I have a video of my level 2 floor routine
Aw,
in Devaney.
that's crazy.
Of like my beam routine, which is so cute. But it's just awesome, especially like looking into the stands and seeing someone like that I did gymnastics with when I was like 10, or just like
Mhm.
knowing that everyone is like a big whole community and the fan base is amazing and everyone's there to support you. And I love competing at home. It's just like a safe place.
Yeah.
Like there's no worries, there's no stress. And yeah, I love competing at home.
And-
Sad, almost here.
I know.
One more.
I literally only have one more meet at home. That's actually crazy. And it's in less than a week.
Yeah. Oh my gosh. 6 days.
Yeah. Senior night's going to be fun though.
There's gonna be a lot of tears.
Yeah. That's what I was thinking. I was like, okay, Cindy starts on vault
Right.
and then she'll be done.
Right.
And it's like, hey, there's going to be tears there. And then Gigi's on bars. That's
Right,
going to be like
tears
her last
again.
thing. And then it's just going to be like people's last routines on every event.
Oh gosh. Yeah, then Simps last. Or well, I think she's doing floor
I
maybe.
think she's
So
gonna be floor, yeah.
but yeah, oh my gosh. Oh, you're all gonna be walking out of the tunnel at the end of the night,
I
and then
know.
there's just so many of you, and you guys have left such a big impact on us because there's literally 8 of you.
Mhm.
And I mean, most of you have been there for my entire 3 years. So
Yeah.
it's like our class has grown so close with you guys. And I don't know what I'm going to do without you guys because we have a big class coming in next year of 7. So
True.
it's going to be a hard group to replace, but we're ready.
Yeah. No, and that's how I felt with Kinsey Davis, which is why it's so nice that she comes to commentate at our meets
Right.
because
It's like,
it's
and
the
then
same idea.
right at the last home meet when the Italians came, and then
Yes.
Davis, it was just like a whole big reunion because that was like basically the team from last year, and that felt like home for
Yeah,
sure.
that is true. Basically, everyone was there. And yeah, it's like my first 3 years was with them. So I didn't know anything other than
Different.
being on a team with them going into this year. So having them back is really nice. And then being able to hang out and spend time with them afterwards is really fun too.
Yeah. Aw.
Yeah, it's great. I want to touch a little bit on your floor debut as a Husker, officially in lineup. This was what meet was that? How long ago
It's like
was that?
Maryland. I might have been like our
It was
fourth,
Maryland. Yeah,
fourth or fifth meet, maybe.
it was like our second.
I think it was our
home meet
first
or
first home meet. 'Cause then
first
we
home
went
meet.
to Iowa next.
That's right.
Was the weekend after.
That's right. So it was our first home meet. Lauren debuted for the first time in lineup, and she got a 995. I don't know if people listening knows how big of a deal that is, but we started out of a 10. And her first time ever in a lineup was a 995. So she only had like one little mistake in the whole routine. Like that is just unheard of for your first time ever in a lineup.
It was insane. But I just like that moment will forever live in my head rent free. Like I just never in a million years did I think like that score was gonna pop up either. Like I finished my routine. I was like, oh my gosh, like I was just excited to like have landed it and like hit
Yeah.
all my passes. And when that score came up, I was like, I I was just in shock. And that moment just meant so much because I feel like after always being like 7th or
Mhm.
like putting in the work but not seeing the results in a meet, let's say, like that was just so fulfilling, I feel
Mhm.
like. And it was great to see like my hard work pay off. And nothing will ever compare to that moment, I don't think. And like the specialist of the week too. And I was like, I was not ready
Yeah,
for
that
that
was another thing I
either.
was gonna
And then
bring
you
up.
were gymnast of the week too.
Mhm.
And we saw that come out and I was like, there's just no way. Like I'm on cloud 9. I'm living a dream right now. There's no way.
And you were ranked number 1 on floor in the NCAA for a week.
Because I was the only one who I had only done one routine in the lineup. And so everyone else had done a couple, so their averages were a little lower. And it was just like that whole week was a dream. And just like going into practice too, I was like, I just like don't even know how to act anymore. It's like
Yeah.
you have this really great moment, but that's like the first. Like you got to keep proving yourself every week still. Like the next week comes, you got to provide another great routine for the team. And it's just a constant grind. And now it's like kind of like I have a higher standard.
That's true.
Like I scored that, and now it's like I'm constantly trying to reach for the same thing because I saw it, and it's like I know I can achieve that.
Yeah.
So if I have another great routine, you never know what score the judges will put up. But
Yeah.
that moment,
That was so special, and everyone's just crying,
Ugh.
running up to you.
that was just, oh gosh.
Yeah, that was a great moment, and I feel like I know exactly what you mean. It's like when you do like a really good routine in a meet. Like
Yes.
personally, sometimes I'm like, okay, I can just end on that.
Right?
Like I don't want to try and top that.
No.
I don't want to try to repeat it. I'm good.
good. Yeah, it's like constantly because we practice so much. And I mean, you just try to repeat the amazing routine over and over. But I mean, we're all human, we make mistakes. So it's just that constant striving for greatness is hard, but that's what makes it fun and competitive.
That's true. It's never boring.
No, definitely not.
Never boring.
Yeah. Oh my gosh.
So how do you feel about competing beam versus competing
Oh
floor?
my gosh. It's such a different like approach, I would say,
Yeah.
because on floor, I feel like I can go out and just like let all my energy out and just smile and be so excited. And like I'm a little more comfortable, I would say, on floor. I'm like on the ground, so there's
That's
nothing to
true.
fall
Yeah.
off of.
Yep.
But beam, I would say I like to be more calm. So like I want to be like relaxed and my heartbeat needs to be slow or I'm going to be up there shaking. But it's definitely a different approach to the beam. A lot of telling myself to take a deep breath, take everything one thing at a time. And it's just different. Like when you're on 4 inches, it's not, it's a very big mental game up there of just do your normal and yeah, do what you practice. But that one
It's
is
hard.
it's
In the moment, it's so hard.
it's so
'Cause
hard.
for me, beam is definitely my hardest. It's like I can practice just fine in the gym
Right.
every day, but as soon as you put me up there in a meet, something happens and it's just it changes.
Right. Yeah. I mean, honestly, I wasn't like yesterday. I kind of liked being like last minute, so then I didn't have time to
That's true.
stress about it.
That's
Because
true.
before I competed earlier this year, I was like stressing out about it more than I needed to,
Yeah.
which it's not that deep. Like it's just one routine. If
Yeah.
something happens, the world the world still goes on. But like we said earlier, like I always want to strive for perfection. So, but yeah,
Yeah. Ugh.
beam.
Freaking beam.
So different. I've never competed bars or vault in college, but those
Would
are
you ever
probably
want to?
well, not bars, but I'm sorry, Brian, no bars.
Yeah. That's okay.
But I mean, vault maybe.
I don't know, but
Like the approach to those, are they the same as floor?
I don't know. I feel like floor, like okay, I said beam, like in the gym, I train it fine, and
Right.
then I compete it, and it's like meh. I don't really train it fine in the gym.
Yeah.
I don't train it very much in the first place, but like there's
Right.
just so much more power and energy on meet day that like my
True.
tumbling is not really the same.
Yeah,
So
I
there's
agree
like
with that. Like I
it's
feel
just, like
less
better
tired
on meet day. Yes.
on meet day.
So there's like that side of it, which is like the opposite of beam. I feel like.
Yes.
I don't know, bars for some reason is my favorite. Like it's my comfort zone. I'm just like, okay, I'm just gonna start swinging and figure it out. Vault also not the best in training, but somehow on meet day I get power. So
There you go.
that's how that goes. But
Yeah.
all right, we're gonna head to our first break. Thank you guys for listening. We'll be right back. You are listening to Beyond the Routine with Emma Spence and Lauren Homicello.
Load up on meat and more this winter at the Mercado by Certified Piedmontese. This week's special through March 4th is $1 off crisscross pretzels, buy one, get one free on hot dogs, and $2 off on Piedmontese brats. The Mercado has locations at 84th and Havelock, 30th and Yankee Hill, and now 85th and Old Cheney in Lincoln, and at 168th and Maple Streets in Omaha. Get to the Mercado today for the best meat in town.
When you get the Planet Fitness Black Card, you can bring a friend anytime you work out. And now through March 13th, get your first month free when you join. You heard that right. Conquer the stair climber with your partner in climb. Enjoy a post-workout recovery session in the hydro massage. And do it all again with access to any of our 2,700 convenient locations. So, you coming? Get your first month free and all the perks with the PF Black Card for just $1 down, $24.99 a month. Cancel anytime. Deal ends March 13th. See Club for details.
With UBT, you've got total control over your money. Like Doug, who runs his game day tailgate like a well-oiled machine.
I got burgers, brats, chicken, dogs, plus all the fixins. And with the UBT Go app, I can track my food spending from anywhere.
Pro move.
They don't call me Grill Sergeant for nothing.
No matter your goals, UBT helps you feel good about reaching them. Union Bank and Trust, member FDIC.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call today at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
Hey farmers, do you run a precision planting monitor in your planter tractor? Boyd Farm Outfitters is hosting our annual 2020 Monitor Clinic at the Holthus Center in York on Wednesday, March 19th. They'll run through everything on the monitor, from basic setup to more complex downforce settings, and everything in between. You'll learn agronomy principles behind some of the monitor settings and will leave refreshed and ready to plant. Representatives from Precision Planting will be on hand to handle any questions that you can throw at them. Visit BoykFarmOutfitters.com for all the details and to reserve your spot.
Salt Mine City is not only Lincoln's newest brewery, but they're also now serving food. Enjoy a full menu of great items daily for lunch and dinner, like their peanut butter and jelly burger with bacon and cheddar cheese, or a Reuben sandwich served on Blackstone rye bread. Don't forget their beef or chicken nachos. Wash it down with one of their 12 beers on tap, including the popular Single Axle Light American Lager. Salt Mine City, now open 11 a.m. every day but Mondays at 8th and R. Unearth the secret to long-lasting tires at Tread's Central Tire Pros, a league apart in commitment, service, and expertise. This isn't just about rubber meeting the road, but trust, safety, and surety converging in perfect harmony. This is where expectations are exceeded every time. Make your appointment today at Tread's Central Tire Pros, just south of Cortland on Highway 77, or visit our website to explore our services. Remember, when it comes to tires, choose Tread's Central Tire Pros because we tread differently.
Step into healing at Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery. Our team of top-notch medical professionals turns pain into progress with state-of-the-art treatments and compassionate care. Visit prairieortho.com and discover the difference in quality orthopedic and plastic surgery services tailored to your unique needs. Your health matters, and Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery is dedicated to helping you thrive. Reach your full potential. Embrace a better tomorrow with Prairie Orthopedic and Plastic Surgery.
Big box stores are tempting for buying equipment for your high schooler in sports or for yourself in your sports leisures. But buying new is awfully expensive. Why not go somewhere with new and used options? Play It Again Sports is quality, slightly to gently used equipment, and 50% of their inventory is actually new equipment. And it's more than baseball, softball, and golf. They also have equipment for disc golf, fitness, hockey, and more. Plus, they're always buying products. Bring your gear you're done with and get trade money on the spot. Play It Again Sports at 48th and Vine.
Are you ready for a new opportunity? Check out Sandhills Global. Join a dynamic team where your skills are valued and your career can soar. We offer full-time positions with a 4.5-day work week, competitive pay, excellent benefits, and a positive work environment. From IT and marketing to sales and finance, we're looking for talented individuals like you. Apply today at sandhills.jobs and take the first step towards an exciting future. That's sandhills.jobs. Don't wait. Apply now.
Early break.
Yeah. Joy to the world, the Lord is good.
That's the Christmas one. That's not this one. Is that why you were confused? Oh wow, I got it's Christmas
Let
Eve.
earth receive her king.
Can you imagine all of a sudden just being at midnight mass? And all of a sudden, Jeremiah was a bull.
Oh, sorry, guys. Wrong
one.
With Steve Sipple, Jake Sorensen, and Bill Bush from 6 to 9 every weekday morning on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Back to Beyond the Routine with Spence on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Sponsored by the Teammates Mentoring Program.
Welcome back to Beyond the Routine. I am your host, Emma Spence, and my special guest here tonight is my teammate, Lauren Homosillo. Welcome back. So, a question that I have for you to begin with is, how do you balance academics, athletics, life, season, everything together?
Yeah, so right now I'm pretty lucky. So I'm only in 3 classes.
Oh, good.
So I'm only in
That's
9
nice.
credits. So for schooling, I'm not too overwhelmed. I have 2 in person, 1 online. I took one of the classes in the pre-session. So that's how I'm only at 9
nice.
credits. But I did that purposely because then during season when we're busy traveling, not too worried about missing classes and making up homework. But for some reason, my class load is very light this year. Like, I don't really have much homework. So I haven't really had much to balance, per se, besides, like, I don't have anything in the morning. I wake up at like 8 a.m. I go to breakfast at 9, go to class 9:30 to 10:45, go to lunch, go to practice, come home. When I have homework, I'll do it or I'll watch a movie.
That's awesome.
So honestly, my balance, like I haven't had too much homework or anything that I'm struggling with on balancing, which is honestly nice. And not many student athletes have that luxury. I know many of our teammates have night classes or labs or something that takes up a lot of their time, lots of homeworks and those chemistries and all those science classes.
Yeah. What is your major again?
So I'm majoring in business management, I think leadership and organizations, and then I have a minor in marketing.
Okay.
But I love all my marketing classes that I've been taking. So I'm in like a services marketing class right now, and literally all we talk about is like the services companies provide. So like an airline, like all the stuff they provide, like I don't even know. But we did that. We did like Dunkin' Donuts or Airbnb and just like breaking down their like marketing and like behind the scenes of those companies, which I really enjoy. And it's kind of like real life to me. So like I go to these brands or like Chipotle we talked about, and like I go to these places, so I find it very interacting and stuff I can pay attention to.
That's true.
And my professors have been great, so I've not had anything bad. But I next year I only have like 13, 14 credits left.
Oh, good.
So I'm wondering, I don't know, maybe I change my marketing minor to a major, but we'll see.
Okay, that could be a good idea.
We'll see.
Do you know how many more classes you would need for that?
I think just 2.
Oh,
but then
okay.
I don't know if it's 2 in a capstone or 2 including the capstone.
Okay.
I'm not quite sure, but right now I'm like I don't have enough credits to be taking. So I'm in randomly academic success.
Oh yeah, love that. Love
in
academic
default,
success.
because I was building my schedule and it's like I don't have any more classes to take.
So then, what would you take the next semester?
I
Like
have
your spring.
athletic practice.
Yeah.
And then I have there's like one class you have to take
Yeah.
in your final semester, and then like a 0 credit hour.
Okay.
So literally 2 credits.
Yeah.
And yeah, I mean, I actually applied to an internship
Oh yeah, that would be good.
in all year 1. So it would last all year, which if I get it, that would be awesome. And I would do that, but I don't know. Like I would have a bunch of free time too. And I'd probably
Yeah.
have to find something to
Yeah.
do. But yeah, I don't know. We'll see what happens with my year. I don't know.
Well, that kind of goes into the next thing I wanted to bring up is your content creating.
Oh yeah. I love making TikToks and making fun little videos, whether it's just on a meet day and like day in the life, or I don't know, just randomly I'm walking to class and I'm like, oh, I should do a day in the life today. I got a busy day. But I love making videos like online and sharing, but I also just love to look back on like what I made in the past. So like when I first got here, my freshman year is when I kind of started making videos, and I'll go watch them sometimes.
Oh,
And it's just so fun to go back and look at what life was like then and like living in the dorms. And I was busy back then. Like I had a lot of classes I was taking, I had a lot of homework, and just looking at like how I managed my life back then was interesting. And
Yeah.
I just love watching the videos, and it's just something exciting that I look forward to.
Mhm.
And honestly, it keeps me on top of my day. Like just to make sure I'm doing all the stuff, writing my tasks down and completing them, check marking them. Yeah, I don't know. I love making videos though, and it's fun to see and get like everyone else involved.
Yeah.
And my mom watches my videos, my parents watch my videos. So it's a fun way for them to stay like updated on my life too.
Yeah.
And like my friends who are far away and don't go to school here, like I don't really like reach out to them on a daily basis, but me posting my videos, they know what's going on in my life. So
Yeah.
it's kind of fun way to keep updated.
That's true. And I think it's fun that some of the girls on the team say that like they send your videos to their family.
Yeah.
So like if you're ever wondering what I do
know.
during a day, like here's Lauren's day in the life. This is what
Right.
I'm doing too.
I've had other parents be like, I love watching your videos.
Yeah.
And I just, it makes me smile. And it's like nice that something so minuscule in my life is bringing joy to someone else. And it's just something that I love doing and I'm going to keep doing. And
Yeah.
who knows? I hope sometime it can go viral,
Oh yeah, here, give your TikTok a shout out.
Oh,
What's
I
your
don't even know what it
username?
is.
You don't know what
I
the
think
username
it's
is?
just like Lauren, LaurenHomec. So if you want to follow my TikTok, that'd be awesome.
Follow her.
I love my TikTok, but I don't know. It might be going away again.
Really?
I don't
Oh
know.
my gosh.
I would probably cry. I'd probably try to make YouTube videos. I don't know. I got my camera now, so
That's true.
it could happen. I've been trying to take little videos from every meet so far this year, and I'm hoping to compile them in one like big chunk at the end of
Okay.
the year as
That
like
would
a
be good.
recap.
Yeah,
But
that'd be awesome.
we'll see. I'm not doing very good on the past couple home meets. I've been a little stressed out with we're leaving right after the meet kind of vibe.
Yeah, that's true.
We'll have the meet and then we're leaving, and I'm like, okay, I'm stressed out.
I know. My problem is like I'll think, okay, I want to do a day in the life, or I want to do this, or I want to vlog the travel home, and then I just forget.
Right. Yeah. Really the only way I can remember is I set reminders on my phone.
Okay.
And so like I'll set a couple. So it'll keep reminding me throughout the day. And that's the only way I will remember.
That's smart.
Or I'll just because sometimes I'll record in the TikTok app or I'll record on my phone. So I've learned how to edit it into the video if I take videos on my phone instead of the app. But
yeah, that's smart because even I think it was Thursday. It was our off day, and I was like, "Oh, I'm gonna do a day in the life." I think I did 3 things, and I just forgot. And then I was getting ready for bed. I was like, "Oh shoot, I forgot."
Yeah,
that keeps happening.
Yeah, that definitely happens to me a lot in the beginning process of me trying to vlog, or yeah, sometimes I'm like, oh, this is embarrassing. I don't want to do this, but at the end of the day, it really doesn't matter, and I don't care.
Yeah, it doesn't
I really
matter.
don't care what people think. If I'm posting what I like, I mean, I don't care.
Can you talk through a meet day in the life?
Yeah,
like yesterday, for example. What was your day like? How do you go
Well,
about doing that?
yesterday was a little abnormal, I would say, because I slept until 10:45, which is
Me
not
too,
normal
yeah.
for me. Normally, I will wake up at 8 a.m. It's engraved in my body to wake up that early. But for some reason, I slept until 10:45 yesterday, so I was a little behind on my morning routine. But I woke up. Trying to think. I got ready for the day, I think.
Yeah.
I don't know. I went to Jimmy John's and then I went to Emily's to get my hair braided. And I was there for a little bit. We just ate and then talked. And then I think I went home. I had to find all the stuff that I was wearing for the day.
That's true. Yep,
Because
all of our
we haven't
meet
worn
day.
that pink shirt yet. So I was digging through the bottom of my basket of clothes that we have of gear. And then I think I went to the gym really early. I was there at I was there 2, but I love to be super early to things. And I was cutting all the ribbon up early, just trying to be prepared ahead of time. And obviously I had a TikTok planned. But my meet day is pretty boring. I'm not too stressed out or whatever. I just like to listen to music and get ready. I don't wear makeup barely, so for me, my getting ready takes about 20 to 30 minutes because I'll put just blush on and Vaseline on my eyelashes. So that's about it. I put gel in my hair, put my hair up, and I get Caitlin to put the bow in. And after that, I'm ready to go after our volleyball games.
That's right.
That's it. But I really enjoy how the past couple meets we've got other teams to join in on our volleyball, which is fun. It's a good way to introduce ourselves to other teams and not be so scary. I feel especially last week against UCLA, they're whatever UCLA, they're so big and well known, but we're all human too, and playing volleyball with them was fun, and all the other teams was fun too.
Yeah, that's awesome. How would you say that you handle the pressures of competing?
Yeah, I definitely had to learn different ways to handle because I get really nervous, but I try not to show that I get really nervous. But I really have to, especially for Beam, I have to go stand off on the side and take 1,000 deep breaths because my heart is racing. And I just know that like I have to trust my training and trust the work that I put in the gym and the countless hours. But I mean, I still get nervous no matter what I'm doing. So I'm over there on the side taking
Yeah.
like so many times, and it's like, I got this. Like, you got this. You put the work in. But on floor, I don't really feel it as much.
Yeah.
But it's
Floor's more fun.
right. It's mostly just on beam. I feel the pressure, but I'm
That's
hoping that will go away at some point.
Yeah. I mean,
no.
I'm still hoping out here. But that's interesting because you always seem so calm. So I
Yeah.
wouldn't guess that.
I'm
you
trying
feel
to
that
just
way, but
play it off on
yeah.
the side.
No, that's probably the
I'm
best
like
way to
walking
do it.
around. I'm just hanging out in the back, trying to make sure no one's looking at me.
Yeah.
that was what I was trying to do yesterday. I'm like, just gonna relax over here.
Yeah. Seriously. That's what I do. I just lay on the floor sometimes.
Yeah,
Just,
I
like,
mean,
trying
yesterday
to ground every part of my body to
Yes.
relax.
Yesterday I was so anxious that I just had after I went on beam, I was sitting on the floor.
Yeah.
Like I needed a moment to just calm myself down and relax because I had felt like so anxious in that moment. But you know what? It all works out.
It happens. Yeah. How would you say that you best deal with failures in the sport?
Yeah, that's hard for sure because I feel like you have like all these great moments, but a fall or something like that, it definitely sticks with you.
Mm-hmm.
And those are hard to overcome, especially like my first beam routine I did this year, like in the lineup, I fell. And it was like an uncharacteristic thing, like something I don't normally do. And so knowing yesterday that was the last time I went on beam was kind of hard. And it's kind of going back to like trusting your training, but still like before I'm going, like I still know in the back of my mind, like that's the last time I went on beam. And I know like I want to perform better. I want to have a better showcase. And it's really like telling myself keywords up on that beam and just being like, take your time, you've got it. And just smiling through any little mishaps too. Just
Yeah.
knowing one little mistake isn't the end of the world. You still got the rest of the routine to go through, but it's not easy getting over those.
No, definitely not. Do you have any advice for younger gymnasts that may be experiencing that?
Yeah. I mean, it happens to everybody. You're not alone. We all, from when we're little to up in college and even Olympics, I bet we're all going through failures and it happens, but it's a motivational piece for me at least to go back into the gym and work harder and make sure it doesn't happen again. But yeah, I just feel like it's going to happen. It's bound to happen and we're not always perfect. So just going through daily life and knowing to not let that moment define you and you're better than your failures.
I love that.
Just know there are happier moments to come.
For sure.
Yeah.
Yeah, those are great messages. How do you feel like being a student athlete has impacted your mental health?
Yeah, I feel like especially at the beginning, like I was all over the place, especially when I came to college. I mean, college is so different from high school. Like I went from going to school basically all day and then practicing all night to taking 1 or 2 classes a day and then practicing and then you have the whole evening off, which was really weird to me because I had always been practicing till like 8, 9, 10 p.m. at night, at least in club. And so when I'm allowed to like be home at 5 or 6 o'clock at night, it's so weird. But I feel like being a student athlete, there's a lot of pressure on you to always have your grades up and show like you're always doing amazing in life and you're not struggling. But there are times when it's hard. You want to have a breakdown and it gets rough. But I feel like the way I was raised and the way I grew up was like be very like strong headed and don't let like certain things get to you as much. I feel like I go through every day like the same, no
Okay.
matter what. Like if there's like a bad day, I try not to let it get to me too much and like other people won't notice if I'm
Okay.
having a bad day, I feel like. But I feel like that's how I was raised and mental health is hard to when you're having a bad day to keep going. But then again, yeah, you're not alone. There's people you can talk to and yeah, your life is different. You're going to be better as it goes on. You get more acclimated to life. Like my freshman self versus myself now are so completely different people.
How
But
would you say that you've changed?
yeah, I just feel like I know more now.
Yeah, for sure.
Like when I first came in freshman year, I didn't know how things worked. I was kind of lost and it took a lot of time to adjust. But now it's like I know the process. I know how things work now and I can be prepared.
Mhm.
Like I didn't know what to be prepared for back then.
Yes.
And so I feel like I just know more now and it's helped, especially in the sport, be
Mhm.
ready for like season and other things.
That's true. And I don't know about you, but for me coming into college, I felt like I knew everything that I needed to know. And I was like, I'm ready for this. This is going to be, I don't even know, great. Which, like, not saying it isn't, but I just felt so mature and ready to take on this experience. And then
Yeah.
once I get started, I was like, wow, there is still so much that I need to learn. And looking back on myself coming in as a freshman versus now, like about to be done as a senior, it's like, wow, I really thought I knew what I was doing. And I had no idea.
No, and I like went to college gymnastics meets, but there is so much that goes on behind the scenes that like you never even think about. Like I didn't know that like they did the whole 2-hour warm up before.
Really? Yeah, I mean, I didn't know anything about
No.
college gymnastics until I got here either.
Right. Like our meet starts at 7, but we're warming up at 4:58. Like
Yeah.
we're starting warm up like however many 2
We used
hours
to get
early.
there at 3.
Yeah. I was at the meet at 2:00 for my 7:00 meet.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like there's so much that goes on behind the scenes that I just didn't even think about.
Mhm.
Like
Yeah, no, that is true. Yeah, our schedule. We got there at 2. I got there around 2 also. And then it was like, hey, we have to eat at this time.
Right.
And then get ready at this time. Training
So
room opens at this time. Get
so
taped at this time.
strategic.
Change at this time. After we finish warm up, we have to change again.
Right.
That part was really interesting to me.
Oh yeah. And then we're like walking back and forth. We got to watch the video. Then we're going back
Mhm.
here and
Volleyball at this time. TikTok time
TikTok
is in our
is
schedule.
in the schedule. TikTok pictures and volleyball is in the schedule
Mhm.
because it's such a necessity for our team.
Yeah.
The volleyball, I can't believe that made it into the schedule. That's hilarious.
Yeah, I think it's so funny. 'Cause
But it's a good way for us to like unwind.
it's perfect, especially when we travel and we get to travel with the volleyball, which I think is really fun.
And then we forgot at the last meet, and Hallie's parents were awesome, and they went and bought us one. So shout
Yeah.
out to you guys.
Yes. Yeah, I feel like when we travel, it kind of brings that just comfort energy
It
that we have
is.
wherever
Yeah.
we are,
Right.
which helps us get the meet started off strong, I feel
Oh,
like.
for sure. For sure.
Yeah. Ugh, that's so good. Well, I think we're gonna head into our next and final break. We'll be right back. You are listening to Beyond the Routine with Emma Spence and Lauren Homosilla.
Rico here with HIS Auto Care at 70th and Van Dorn, letting you know HIS is a great place to bring your vehicle for service. With superior service bumper to bumper, we'll treat your vehicle like it's your mother's. Doesn't get any better than that. So call 402-488-8934 and HIS Auto will make you glad you did. 5% off, mention this ad, and for sure your mother will be proud you called. 402-488-8934, HIS Auto Care, 70th and Van Dorn. God bless you.
We're in Baton Rouge at the original Raising Cane's with the man that started it all.
Wait, are you the Yes Chef guy?
Todd started this place 28 years ago with one goal in mind: making the best chicken fingers in the world. We got their famous box combo, chicken fingers, crinkle cut fries, Texas toast slaw, and their world famous cane sauce. Could shed a tear right now.
Raising Cane's chicken fingers, one love.
Hey there, fellas. It's your girl Jordan with Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Picture this. You're in the doghouse and flowers just won't cut it this time. Enter jewelry, the ultimate peace offering. It's a gesture that speaks volumes, showing her you're willing to go the extra mile to make things right. So next time you're in the doghouse, remember, diamonds are a guy's best friend too. Until next time, this is Jordan at Sartor Heyman Jewelry. Happy shopping, guys.
It takes hard work to make Nebraska the right place to raise a family, build a business, or grow a community.
We're counting on working parents to make it happen, and they're counting on childcare professionals to have their backs. Employers and other contributors can earn up to a $100,000 tax credit for strengthening childcare in our communities and state. Learn more at nebraskachildcaretaxcredit.org. Brought to you by First 5 Nebraska and Nebraska Children and Families Foundation and aired by the Nebraska Broadcasters Association and this station.
Ever wish you had another light switch on the other side of the room on a dark night? How much better would you sleep at night if you had a ceiling fan in your room? The High Electric Service Department is here to make your electrical what-ifs a reality. Whether you're looking to replace some outdated light fixtures or brighten up your counters with under-cabinet lighting, High Electric can handle all types of residential electrical installations and services. Give Erica a call today at 402-466-6606 or visit high-electric.com to get started.
If you're in Seward or Milford, listen up. Select Plumbing is now servicing your area with no trip charges from Lincoln. Select Plumbing works on a variety of issues for your home and business, including general plumbing, water heaters, faucet fixture repair, underground sewer and water repairs, backflow testing, and more. Keep your property free from leaks and other issues. Call today for a free estimate at 402-560-6197. It's not just Lincoln, Waverly, and the surrounding area anymore. It's also Seward and Milford with no trip charges. Contact Select Plumbing to inquire at 402-560-6197.
What's better than supporting your favorite radio station and eating delicious Nebraska-made products? Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska wants to highlight you, the listener, on the 93.7 The Ticket Wall of Fame at the store. Stop by the store at 48th and R in Lincoln and see their huge variety of small batch gourmet jerky. Or if you're not in the area and want to try some, go to smokinggunjerky.com and enter code EARLY for 10% off your purchase. It's the ultimate low-calorie, high-protein snack at Smoking Gun Jerky of Nebraska.
John Henry's has a brand new membership club to protect your entire home in one program. With a VIP and a deluxe option, we will help you find the plan that best fits your needs. Receive discounts on services and equipment, priority service, complimentary inspections, and so much more. Protect your home's plumbing, heating, cooling, and electrical systems all in one membership. Call John Henry's to learn more.
435-5555. John Henry's Plumbing, Heating and Air.
And electrical.
Discover the difference that expertise and experience can make in your real estate journey with Next Ag Appraisal and Realty. Whether you need an appraisal, sales, or farm management, Next Ag comes up with a solution with your legacy and goals in mind. Next Ag isn't just their name, it's your future. So why wait? Visit their website today at www.nextagrealestate.com or give them a call at 402-380-0432 and turn your dreams into reality. Your land, your legacy, their solutions. Next Ag Appraisal and Realty.
Back to Beyond the Routine with Spence on 93.7 The Ticket and theticketfm.com. Sponsored by the Teammates Mentoring Program.
Welcome back to Beyond the Routine. I'm your host, Emma Spence, and my special guest here tonight is Lauren Hoasillo. So for this last segment, we will be doing rapid fire questions. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
All right. First question. If the team had a reality TV show, what would it be called?
Oh, gosh. Reality TV show.
Yeah.
Gosh, I don't know. We might have to skip that.
All right. Skip. Number 2. If you were a superhero, what special power would you want to have?
I feel like either being invisible or like have like special hearing. Like you could hear everything that's going on.
Interesting. Yeah.
I love to know what's going on.
Yeah.
I'm so interested all the time.
Yeah. That would be interesting. Do you have any hidden talents or hobbies?
Well, I was an ice skater, so
Yeah.
I feel like that is something that not a lot of people know. I also love my puzzles.
Oh, that is a good one.
So I feel like that those two things.
Those are good. Okay. If you could do any skill without having to learn it, what would it be?
Like a gymnastics skill.
Mhm. Any event, any routine. If you could just like add a skill, what skill?
I feel like I would love to just chuck a double layout on floor.
Okay.
I feel like they look so pretty.
You do.
I don't know.
I agree.
But I don't think my ankles could take that pain. But
Yeah, same.
but those are really pretty. I love doing those or seeing them.
Yeah. No, those would be good. Your go-to meal or food after a meet?
Well, there has to be French fries probably.
Yes,
Um,
absolutely.
I feel like it has to be something unhealthy. That's for sure. After a meet, I don't want something healthy, preferably.
I know, like a salad, like no way.
No, not after I did all that hard work. No, thank you.
No.
But either pizza, I would say, or like a burger with fries,
Mhm.
and then some ice cream.
Oh yeah,
A
for sure.
dessert of some sort.
Yeah, I like it. If you could trade places with someone on the team for a day, who would it be?
I may have a couple. Well, I
Okay.
kind of want to trade places with Naya
Yeah,
to
yeah.
see what's going on in her head. I'd also love to trade places with Whitney
Mhm.
because everything just seems so easy to her, and she does all the events. So I'd love to like get a point of view of that. I don't know. Everything seems so easy and like mentally easy for her too. I don't know. I'd also love to see like KB and see how it feels like to do gymnastics in her point of view.
Yep.
I don't know. A lot of
That's
people.
true. Good points. If you were stranded on a deserted island with one teammate, who would you want to have with you?
Probably Caitlin Barth. She has probably all those survival skills that we don't have. She probably could like make a fire, like build a shelter for us. She can go hunt for my food. Yeah, she's got a lot of survival skills that definitely I don't have if I would be stranded.
Yeah. That's interesting because I asked Chris Heiser these questions and he said you.
Really?
Mhm.
No
Yeah.
way.
Yeah, he was
I
telling
don't
me that he
know.
thinks you'd be good at
I
it.
could maybe figure it out, but I haven't gone camping that many times. So
Yeah. That's true. I feel like KB has camped a lot.
yeah, I feel like
That's a good
she
point.
she has a lot of experience with the outdoors.
Yeah. True. If you could describe Nebraska gymnastics in 3 words, what words would you use?
Like family fun and like loving. I don't know.
Those are good.
Aw.
I like those. Do you want to go back to the reality show
Oh
question?
gosh, reality show. We would have a crazy reality show.
Or like what do you think it would be like if you don't have like a name? What kind of vibes do you think it would be?
There would be something crazy going on, but I just know that our team is crazy in general, and it would be probably the most interesting show you would ever watch.
For sure, especially traveling home from a meet.
Oh gosh,
Those are the
that would be
craziest times.
No one take a video of us then.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to make a TikTok if I remember.
Yeah, me too. From now on, always on the travel home.
Travel home after a meet. All right. Well, that's the end of my rapid fire questions, and that's the end of tonight's show.
Thanks for having
Of
me.
course. Thank you so much for being on here. You were great. Lots of fun stories and memories to share. So yeah, that's a wrap of tonight's show. Thank you for listening to Beyond the Routine. I'm just your host, Emma Spence, and my special guest was Lauren Hostillo.
This is Lincoln's home for sports talk on the FM dial. Also online